Hey everyone, welcome back to Adobe Live. Joining us today from across the pond is Pixipui. So excited that you're here with us today. How are you?
Hi, it's been a long time. I'm really
Yes.
good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're so excited that you're here with us today. Chat, we are also excited that you're here. So if you are watching, give us a little wave, say a little hi where you're watching from. But today, Pixipui, you have an amazing outline for us. Ooh, text.
So initially I wanted to expand the pipeline that we normally have or that we've done before, which is normally, okay, we'll create an image, maybe we'll make it ready for animation, then we'll animate it in After Effects. But since we're talking about Adobe Firefly and how to introduce that to our pipeline, how to make that a little bit more efficient, streamlined, all of those wonderful words, I was thinking maybe we could go through that.
That sounds fabulous. So are we going to kick off or actually, you have an animation set up for us to walk us through some past lessons that you've taught. Do you want to show us what you have on your screen right now?
Yeah, I'd love to. So yes, for those that may remember me or recognize me, I'm the creator of the Animation 101 series on Adobe Live. I think Animation 101 to 601 is the most recent one that we've done. But in there, we would go through talking about the foundational tips from animation. We're talking position, movement, overshoot. They sound like big words if you haven't done animation before, but don't worry, we go through all of that in the beginning. But we're sort of taking a little look at that while we do this animation for our streams. So again, we're kind of focusing more on creating custom alerts, although this could work for a GIF, this could work for anything. We're talking about the idea of how you break things down once you've created it to go beyond there.
I love it. Yeah, I feel like this series will definitely show you the starting steps, and then also you have a work along file. Is that right? So people could pick that up, download that. It should be in the description, so you're not starting from total scratch, but hopefully would be a good starting block for you to jump on in.
That's right. Also, hi, Van. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Jack. Hi, Taku. It's good to see you lot. Yeah, so Emily's right. In the description, there is the file. So just in case you want to work along with the popped up image, might have noticed the tulip in one of the corners of my screen. If you want to use that one to follow along with me, you can, or you could head on over to Adobe Firefly's website and follow me this way, and we can assuredly make a vector looking flower thing.
We love a flower thing. I'm excited to see you bring this to life. I feel like Firefly Boards is definitely a newer program, and everyone's using it in different ways. So I'm excited to see how you're using it and leveraging it for your workflow.
Thank you very much. And right, so we've got our Firefly, we're in our AI powered creative space. Now you image for, depending on the one that you're going with, it to just garble out the writing rather than using commas. So I've got this, which is, I'm absolutely going to read it out.
Please,
Flat color, simple, cute outline, pastel, color rose, flower, tulip shine on petal, bud, vector icon.
no commas in sight.
No commas in sight.
We don't need it.
Nope. And we'll go straight to generate. Notice some of my chat from my Twitch are here.
Oh,
It's
I love
nice to see
that.
them. Right, so we've got a very cute looking image, but it's not really what we want to go for. So I'm going to lower the visual intensity just a little bit, just to help it go further along. I tend to not mess too much with the general settings. We don't have any composition. We don't have any extra styles that we're adding in or anything like that. I'm just going to lower it a bit more. And if need be, add the word SVG onto it. By adding SVG, I'm trying to make it focus more on a icon, particular style for me, which I might just do. Every once in a while, you need to switch it up just a little bit. You can actually change the content type from photo to art. It is on auto at the moment. It was giving me different results earlier. There we go. This is a
There it
little bit more
is.
like what I'm looking for. So I like this. I'm going to hit it one more time just in case. But some of these I actually quite like the look of. So from there, I'm going to click on the dots. I'm going to click on the dots. Ooh, ooh. Emily, is there anyone that you quite like the look of?
It's so hard. I feel like they're so fun. I'm really liking that bright pink one on the far, it's my left, the very
This
first
one.
one. Yeah, I think that one's really cute. I like the yellow pop, but that one's, yeah, that you're over too with the blue is fun. So,
Oh, okay. Let's take this one then. So, for those that have used Firefly before, you might have noticed we've got the edit button. We can edit the image, generative fill, use the same style, use the same reference. I'm going to grab it. We're definitely sticking with this one, but I'm
okay.
grabbing both anyway. Just in case some might not have known that you can do this. But you are able to either go with the same composition, as in, oh, if you like where it's placed, how many things it's got on it, you can try to make more of those with more of a blended idea. Oh, it's got sparkles now all of a sudden.
I
That's
don't know
nice.
why it added sparkles, but I love it.
That's cute.
That's really
Hmm.
cute.
Okay, Emily, is it the first one you like, or is it this more vibrant looking one?
I think I like the more vibrant one.
Okay, I dig. We've got in the top right a button, which I didn't realize was there before, which is really, really cool. The Open in Photoshop web. So if we go ahead and click that, this does mean that you don't need to have your Photoshop app actually installed on your computer. It's awesome. You can do pretty much everything that you do in Photoshop on the PC, including the keyboard shortcuts. All of the shortcuts. Oh, a lot of people seem to like that one. Emily, you've got great taste.
Ah, thank you, chat.
So in the top right, we've got our layers. If you've used Photoshop before, you'll be familiar with it in this very cute little compressed version of it. But it has got an outline and all the rest of that stuff. We want to make this a little bit easier to animate. We can't animate this right now. But while I start that, I have something for the chat and you, Emily. How will this flower appear?
I
Doesn't
kind
matter which way you want to do it. I'll try to blend everybody's ideas. But how, what kind of way do you want it to show up? Bulb appear? Does it come out of a leaf? Does it grow like the example? Let me know what you think.
I would
That's the chat
definitely,
too.
yeah, chat. We would love to hear your thoughts. My initial thought is that it kind of opens, like maybe it grows up and then it opens to show the yellow since there's like a different color. Yeah, right. Let's act it out together. That's kind of what I'm initially thinking. But chat, what's the vision? What are we feeling?
I like that. When it grows in your idea, Emily, does
Yeah.
the stem come out first or is it kind of like a bud on the floor that kind of blah,
Mm,
kind of
I
bloop and then grows and then
yeah, I think I didn't even think about that, but I think that's a really great question. I think yeah, maybe it starts off like vines up and then like opens.
mm.
Does that
Sounds good.
sound doable? Does that sound crazy? What are your thoughts?
No, all doable.
Okay,
All doable.
amazing.
I think the fun thing about animation or trying to work out what to do is how you're going to make it happen. You're definitely more like a magician in the animation phase. All of it's possible, just need to work out how to do.
I
S-
haven't done a lot of animation in my own practice, and so it's a little more difficult for me to think about, okay, how do we want to bring this to life? Where I feel like you're obviously very experienced, so there's a lot to that of, okay, every part of it, how is this going to animate?
well then I'll be really, really happy to walk you through it as we make this
Please.
animatable ready. Yeah. So on the side here, we've got, instead of the normal tools that we'd have in the normal app, we've got select. I've skipped all the other ones because that's where we're going. Select. We've got object selection and we've got detect objects. So straight up, it's able to see, oh, there's a shape in the middle and there's the background. Perfect. Now that means that I can easily separate the two. I don't want a background. So this is going to help me get rid of the background and then grab and separate all of the pieces that we've just grabbed from this really cute looking vector flower. So we've got this selected. If we'd like to, normally I like to pop things out. We could go to the three dots at the bottom, click copy to new layer. And if we hide this, we can see, oh, it's masterfully done it. Beautiful, lovely. However, if we stick a color in the background, we'll see if there is any kind of residue in the back that we might not notice till too late. Kind of like a little white outline. We
A little
can actually
glow.
get rid of that. A little, oh, okay, I like that. A glow. Well, if we call it a glow, what do they say? No one knows that there's a problem until you say it, right? So we could call this a glow. But if you're not here for your glow, what you can do back in your select, object selection, clicking on the background, going to invert the selection. So it's focusing on the flower again. But this way, in advanced settings, we can go to refine edge and we're able to paint around it. I don't know if you can tell, but the our glow is slowly disappearing.
It makes it
You can
sound sad when you say it that way, but
oh, I'm sorry. It's still beautiful.
it's still,
But
yeah,
this way, if we wanted to bring the glow back, and we actually can in After Effects, we could make the glow be very specific. So maybe we want the glow to only be on the top of the flower, or maybe we do want it around the flower, but then we can animate it. We have more control that way.
more options. I love it.
Oh yeah. So we're
Chat
going
is
around.
asking for sparkles potentially. So maybe we
Oh,
keep that in mind as we move into After
sparkles.
Effects.
Okay. Well, what we could do is we can go and grab the one that had the sparkles, nick a sparkle
Brilliant.
that was on its own, and bloop, bloop, together.
Amazing.
Okay, so we've got this. We're happy with that. We'll click done, and we will make sure that we're on the right one. Are we doing the right thing? Yes, there we go. Copy to new layer. Make sure our background is on. Ta-da! Minus that bit. Don't worry about that. Let's zoom into that so I can clean this up. It's good to know where the eraser button is. The first time I went in, I wasn't sure where the stuff is. It's on the left. It doesn't say eraser in the beginning, although it's a straight line. We could just use our marquee. So back in select, go to marquee, straight line down, and you can press the delete or the back key.
Easy enough.
Yeah, let me quickly, before I forget, the sparkles.
We need the sparkles. Chat needs the sparkles.
Chat needs the sparkles. Okay. We got a sparkle. All of them look so cute.
They're so
Specifically
cute.
this one.
Yeah, definitely that one.
And it's able to detect it. Perfect. I don't know if I can. Okay, so Control C and Control V. Oh no, maybe it does work. Hold on a second. I haven't tried that. Does that work in here? A lot of different things do work in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Okay, so we've got our thing. Does this copy over to here?
That would be amazing.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. Let's see. New layer. No, that's okay. Because there's another way we can do this. And that's exactly what I was planning to do in the first place. So we're going to call it Sparkle. And we're going to do this ultimately with the other one as well. But we'll do it here first. Let's head over to download. And we're going to do download on computer. We are going to have them separately, and that's fine. In the area where you select what kind of file type it is, we'll make it Photoshop, PSD. And I'm going to change it to say Sparkle so I know which one it is. Lovely. Back to the one that we were working on. So you might have noticed that I tend to have a bunch of the exact same looking thing in my layer. It's mainly because I need a backup. I have had I don't know if you've had this too, Emily, where you've worked and you were like, yeah, it's like painting on one layer. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's all good. And then suddenly you really did need that layer and you don't have it anymore. And it's like, oh,
100%.
it's like, okay, let's avoid that by having a couple of backups that are hidden forever, just in case. So we've got our main backup here. We can duplicate this. And if we're thinking about, okay, let's have the flower come up. We might want the leaves to move. We've got to have the bulb to separate. We're going to need to separate a couple of things. First things first, let me get the leaves off. I'm going to call it left leaf. Screen left, although technically the flower's right, but it depends on how you want to go about it. We're going to go back to the object selection, advanced settings, and rectangle. I'm going to go for lasso just because it's a really awkward, tiny area. The reason why I want to separate all of these parts is if I want the leaf to move and I don't want to, for those that have used the puppet tool before, it's really good for like when you're moving a still image of a person, like that kind of stuff. Those are great. But You don't have as much functionality as if you made it a puppet. And a puppet, all of its parts are separated. So that means that we can make, oh, if I want the hand to move, I can move the hand and then have the fingers follow afterwards. A little bit more of a cool flow. So we've got this highlight. It's been able to work out, oh yeah, you really want this particular half. We're like, yeah, we do. Cool. What we can do now is go straight to copy to new layer. And now we've got our piece of the leaf, which is perfect. Although you might have noticed there is a part that's hanging off it, which you might think it's okay, we can move on. No, we can't. The reason why we can't is when you're animating it, you're absolutely going to be like, oh, I want the leaf to be like, oh, down to the side. When you do, everyone's going to see that this little piece here is like cut off. So we're going to have to fill that back in. So we're kind of repairing as we go. Let me grab my color and fill that in. Okay, so oops. There we are. I'm on erase, not paint, am I? There we go. So judging by what Oliver was talking about, I think the sparkles are going to come out when the flower opens. Is that what we're going with?
Yes. I think that's what chat wishes to see. If you can make it happen, you're making dreams come true.
Yay! It's perfect for the new year. Sparkles for the new year? Absolutely. Flowers, blossoms, bees, anything else that's delightful? Left leaf. Let's go ahead and grab the other side as well.
And you're like, oh,
No verse more there, wherever floats your boat, just to help it grab an extra piece. And because we don't have a background, it's not going to have a problem with throwing off a part. Always good to check your work. Otherwise, you'll get to the very end and be shocked that something isn't where you thought it would be.
speaking from experience, you know.
You know, like how there's like a top 10 Marvel villains or something? It seems like that'll be one of the top 10 artist faux pas.
Not naming my layers and or checking if there was a background.
Exactly. Right, so we've got our
Beautiful.
right leaf, left leaf. We've got this stick in the middle. Technically, we could recreate that in After Effects, but that's not the point of today.
Mm.
So let's go and grab this one, even though there's technically two backups, but that's good, just in case I do something to one of them. This is a straight line for me, so I'm holding Alt and I'm scrolling in with my mouse, grabbing this here. Could get a little bit closer. Holding the space bar allows you to, is it panning around? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Allows you to pan around. I think that's really cool because you know, sometimes you're on a web browser or you're on a website and then you accidentally do a keyboard shortcut that's related to another program and it just opens something else and you're like, oh, I didn't know to do that. You got the stem. So now we've got our leaf, stem. Don't have the top of the stem. We could round it out. This is just us being really careful and cautious, as one should do. It's always easy to have more, but if you have less, it can stick you in hot water sometimes. No one's really going to see this either, so we shan't worry about that too much, but just a little bit more rounded. Okay. And now we're talking about the leaf. Now, Emily, you said you'd like the yellow to pop up once the pink like kind of blooms.
That's what I was thinking. Is it possible?
It's absolutely possible.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's first separate. And I'm just going to cut off the bottom half because I don't need that anymore. Just either use the backspace button or the delete button or the eraser tool, which I might do for these other little bits over here. And then just like how we separated the, oh, also Control D still deselects, which is
Huh.
awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, because again, it'll be like, oh, is it going to open my bookmarks? No, it won't. No, it won't. You're safe. Oh, thank you, Adora. The starter files or the example files are there if you want to follow along, grab what I did earlier. Um, let's think about this. So leaf, gonna make this as a backup. Oh no, I don't need to. No, that's fine. We're gonna call this the bulb. First, I'm gonna separate the yellow bit that's on its own. We're gonna see if it's able to, with the object selection. It's okay, it can't be kind of detect it. The objects are part of each other. So if it was separated, yes, not so much here. So I'm going to use my lasso. I'm going to get a little bit closer to this one. Might have to help it clean up, but just give it more of an idea of what I'm looking for and see if it's able to locate it, which it can. Perfect. But it's a little bit messy there. So we're going to go in holding shift to grab the parts that we are interested in. Of course, we can tidy this up later, especially with what we want to do in mind, which is to have it kind of pop up in a cute way, because I really do love when things bounce into frame. We might color a little bit more off the bottom because there won't be anything when we cut this out. So let's move this. Now we've got the yellow bulb. I'm just going to call it yellow without a W, apparently. There we go. Yellow. And because we've gone for a simplistic style, this is going to be easy enough for me to continue the look. Also, pressing I opens the eyedropper tool. Again,
Love
it's
that.
such a simple thing, but it's important to note.
I feel like there's nothing more comforting than opening a new program and like, hitting a shortcut that you're used to and it works. You're like, oh, I belong here. This feels right for me.
Exactly that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Got this. We don't need to go too far because I'm not expecting too much to be seen, she says, as she continues to almost fill it in
But I'm just gonna finish
perfectly.
it just in case.
Literally, yeah. Literally, yeah.
Do we need to stop you? Do we need to tell you it's okay?
No, no, it's okay. I feel like a part of my brain's like, let me just drag you
I
away from
need to.
this.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it underneath. It's like the magic trick. And on the bulb, oh, something really cool. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me
What's the
see.
vision?
So there's actually a really cool way that you can make cutting out things simpler using this tool. Although I did just fill this in. Let me just remove it. It didn't take me that long to paint this. Okay, so let's say if we want this to pop out, they can't be together. So we've got the yellow part separated. We've got the pink part not separated. Because we've already got the yellow part separated, we can, in our select tool, go to the object selection. Let me deselect. There we go. Grab our thing. It can still see that. You shouldn't be able to see that. Let me redo that one. There we go. We've got our object selection here. If we go back to the bulb, we can just backspace.
Brilliant. Working
Yeah,
smarter, not harder over here.
always, always. It's essential. Like when they say, oh, have your phone, your key card, all of that jazz. This is also an essential. One
Oh,
of
are you
those
saying
things you
like
have to stick in
phone,
your
keys,
pocket.
wallet,
Yep.
also inverse your masking layers? I
Yeah.
haven't seen that update. What did you do? You did like update selection. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that option before. That was really interesting.
Oh, the when you're doing your
Yeah,
select
sorry, not
object
to make you go
selection.
back.
No,
Yeah, that
no,
was
it's okay.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a very cool addition. So
Right.
when I now
Sparkle or Sparkle's coming in later.
Sparkle is already done.
Amazing.
Okay, just merge them together in After Effects, seeing it as different mini separate parts, but merging them later as a whole. To the After Effects. Hi, Minix. Happy New Year, everyone. Okay, so we've got our main flower, we got our sparkles. I'm gonna grab the sparkles first. So when you import, you can technically, if you wanted to, you could separate each of those files like we had done, turn them into a PNG and import every single one. But if you do it this way, everything that we have is already separated and ready to go. So we've got, when you click to import your Photoshop file, we've got retain layer sizes and editable layer styles. That's what we want to have on. Otherwise, it's not going to work quite the way as we're expecting it to. I'm also going to open our main flower. We're going to do the exact same thing here too. Alrighty. And just to, whoops, make things clean, I'm going to go to the folder. I'm going to add a don't touch or don't look because we don't really need to see these. It adds those because it needs those, but we don't need those. We've got the composition folder. So I've got the main flower right here. I'll add the sparkle to the main flower. Let me turn this on so we don't have a background. Again, like in the example in the bottom corner, if there's no background, we can put it on anything. So it could be your custom alert, could be maybe a cute little GIF of whatever you want in the bottom. Maybe it's a constant flowing flower. It's a little bit cute. Happy New Year, Sean. And let me go into the sparkles. That's double clicking it to go inside. We can see our sparkle right there. I'm going to grab the sparkle, copy it, and paste it over here. Now we got the sparkle.
Woohoo!
Ta-da!
We needed that.
Yeah, we really did. Now we've got some of the extra stuff that I kept, which we don't need, like the backup, which is the complete flower. Here we can delete it. That way it's not doing anything to the main Photoshop file. The backup is safe, just the After Effects file doesn't need it. So just for the sake of us not having to read, we're going to color code these because I'll know exactly what it is based on the color. So we've got this. I don't have black. I do have white, but I don't have black. We've got two light green for the stem. Perfect. Everybody's in the right places. Now remind me, bulb appears first, and then it grows up,
And then
then
it
it opens.
opens and sparkles.
Okay. So let's focus. Let's have a think. Ultimately, it needs to end up like this. So, firstly, let's save.
Step one, we're saving things in the new
Yeah,
year.
saving. And saving spelt wrong very visibly. So let me fix that. Is that right? Saving. There we go.
There we
Cool.
are.
Saving. Right. So I want the bulb to start at the bottom first. I'm going to hide everything else. I've got the bulb. Now, when you're animating or doing, even in Photoshop, even if you're not animating, the anchor point is super duper important. So that little circle, like you're on a captain ship, that's the anchor. If I don't move this and I want to rotate it, it will rotate from here, which you might not think is a problem. Okay, cool. If we were to scale it, it scales from there. Might not think it's a problem. Yeah, okay, cool. But if I want to make it squash and stretch, which I absolutely do, it's now doing it from the center, which
Mhm.
is not as cute as if it were from the bottom. So now I've got
Ah,
more movability. So the bulb and the yellow tend to stay together. So we'll use our pick, whip, grab it to the bulb, check that they move together. They do. Lovely. And I tend to save or make a keyframe of where I need it to end up first and then just move it down the line. So I've got my position, my scale, because it's got to move up. It's got to open. Technically, we could have separated the pink bits a bit more, but I'm going to show you a tiny cheat that we can get away with using the puppet pin tool.
ooh, I'm excited to see.
Mhm.
Also, chat said
Although,
that saving is so 2025. You don't have to
aha!
save in 2026. It's optional now.
Oh, really?
Just
Should we
kidding.
just have incremental saves so we don't need to think about it? We
Yeah.
can do that. Okay, so we've got our final. Let's see where the stem comes from because we can start it at the bottom of the stem. Is the bulb already there or does
I
it
know.
come?
Like, does it like appear and get bigger?
Does it appear and get bigger, Emily?
I feel like
How
I'm at
does...
the eye doctor. They're like, is one or two better? And I'm like, man, I really don't know actually.
Come on,
I
Emily.
I want it to appear kind of. I want it to be nothing and I want it to like fully grow. What do you
Okay,
think?
that sounds great to me.
All right.
Let me stick the stem underneath the bulb. Make sure we hide it fully. If we're going to have it fully disappear, I'm actually going to create a driver. Okay.
Did I
Seems
make it way
semi.
too complicated?
Oh, no, not at all. I
Okay.
love making drivers. Okay, so a driver, it's just an empty layer. It does nothing. But if I give it all of my animation and all of my movement and whatever, that means that I'm able to add even more on elsewhere, which is perfect. So I want this to change the size of the bulb overall. So when it's ready to talk to me again, we save, so we're good. There we go. It's thinking about it. It moved. I see it. Oh, I accidentally opened something. That would explain a lot. Let's call this flower scale driver. I'm going to stick it underneath the bulb. It will only be here for at the very bottom. You can make it bigger. No, it's just aesthetic. No one's going to see that. We don't need to do what I was about to do. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to make sure that the bulb is now connected to this one. It's like was it the arm bones connected to the
Yeah.
shoulder? So we got the flower here. Now, if I go to scale, it's going to scale all of this. Cool.
Oh.
But I can scale this and scale this separately. More control. We do love. So we've got our scale. 100% is where it should be. We're going to start at 0. Let's hide the stem. We can add that in later. So now we've got it scaling, but personally, due to where it's in, it's not scaling in the... Oh. I know what's up. Right, position. Let me move these. There we go. It's because the position was moving. I didn't really notice that. Let's go back. It's fine how it was. We'll scale it in from 0. 0 means it's disappeared, inverted commas. This brings it back. We could have it slow in, out. Oh no, it's supposed to come in. Then it will do the thing. Trying to imagine, how could I... Ooh, okay. So maybe it zooms in, does a little blah. Oh wait, no. It does the bloom when it comes up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm open
Right.
to interpretation. Chat is currently telling me that I'm making your life a lot harder. So if it's
No.
too hard, don't even worry. But I do like our flower choreography. It's really coming together.
Seems like someone should draw that. That would be great.
Yeah, a dancing flower.
Absolutely. Oh no, our flower choreography. Just mini versions of us doing the
Oh,
flower choreography.
I fully
Absolutely.
accept that. I'd love to be a
Yay.
flower.
Yay. For the sake of it, so my computer isn't doing too much as it's on show. As always, when you're trying to show something, it's like, oh, me? Can I have the stage? Sure. You're already having the stage. You don't
Is
need
this about
more.
me?
Literally, yeah. But no, never too many things that one can do. When it's ready to talk to me again, what we're going to do, we'll have it appear. Oh, have it appear.
Okay.
We'll have it go up. I'm gonna have to add the puppet pin on it so we can shut the flower. At the moment, it looks like it's already bloomed, which is not what we need. So I'm absolutely gonna make it bloom again. I'm gonna just reopen this. How about that?
Which we can because we've saved. It'll be ready for
Yes, we
us.
did. That's why we save. Saving is fundamental.
And still the vibe of 2026. We're going to bring it into the new
Absolutely.
year.
Absolutely.
So, for people who are just tuning in, do you want to give us a little recap of what we're working on and
Yeah.
then where we're going to go with this?
Absolutely. So, what we're working on at the moment is, first importantly, a new pipeline workflow with creating a vector image from Adobe Firefly. So, we're generating a cute vector flower icon, which we're then going to put into After Effects. But first, we put it into Photoshop Web. So we got a little bit acquainted with how to take a generated icon, edit it in Photoshop Web so it's ready for movement and animating in After Effects. And then back in After Effects where we are. Yes, Thomas, the true T, the true T of the situation. We've got saving spelt wrong and saving spelt correctly. And I
Which
know
one
it's the
is
one
it?
spelt correctly. It's the one spelt correctly. All right, let me turn this down. Not that that should matter because it's a vector, but just in case the computer's doing its own thing today. So we've got our driver, seems to be happier. We'll save that. I've actually undone the other stuff because we didn't save that. We saved all of this together, but we didn't save the rest of that. So I am going to do the unnecessary aesthetic thing that I wasn't going to do before,
Okay.
which is you can see the red box. The red box has nothing in it. That's our empty space, but this visually lets me know that, oh, okay, the whole flower's being affected by this. If I wanted to add more on, maybe I wanted to have it rotate from the top or rotate from the side or just one piece. Depending on how I made my box, I'd know exactly what it's focusing on. So
Hmm.
purely aesthetic, but it's a way of you creating your own custom UI so you know what's up.
That's super helpful.
There we go. So we've got this. I want my scale. Could be my driver as well, actually. I'm gonna call it my joint driver. So it's my driver. I've got my scale. Don't think I need the position. I do. Yep, because it's taking all of the work that I had given the other one before. We know it needs to come from nothing. That's a little slow. We need it to come from nothing.
Oh, it's
That's
so
great.
cute.
I'm so glad that you like it already when we've done nothing. That makes me feel so much better. It's like,
It's
oh, okay,
amazing.
too kind. We've got the scale I want it to. I like things bouncing in and out. So
Okay.
a cheap trick of doing so is to overshoot and undershoot. So to do that, let's say our final position is this one. To overshoot, we make it slightly bigger.
Hmm.
So now it kind of pops in,
That's so subtle, but when you see it play out, it adds so much to it.
right? And
Yeah.
then we can pull it back just below where it's supposed to go to make it
No, it's
wobble.
so cute.
And then
There's
let me
more.
say, there's
I can't
always
handle
more.
it. I can't handle it. When it
The
sparkles, I'm gonna
tweaking.
die.
The tweaking is the spice of life. I can't wait to do the sparkles actually. I'm really excited about that. Um, I'm adding on, so it's a little bit technical, but for those that have done the animation 101, you might remember that if we have a long line, it's slow, short line, it's fast. So for instance, we've got this, it's going straight. That means it's kind of just going straight to where we want it to go. But if I make this a long line, it's going to be slow before it reached that point. So, for example, it eases its way in rather than immediately going there. You might not want
Ah,
that. You might want to less ease, but when they say ease in, ease out, that's exactly what this is. So
that's
we've
so
got an
cool.
ease. Lovely. Although
And
we haven't made the flower shut yet. Oh, yes, Emily.
and you said that this is in your animation previous course that you've taught with us?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
In Animation 101, 201, 301, 401, 501, 601.
I'm hoping our mods could maybe drop a link for that because I think even I want to go, like, after this, go watch that and learn a little bit more of the
Hey.
basics. I think that'd be great.
Thank you. We did actually have, I think, a couple of playlists made for 301
Amazing.
and 401. Otherwise, if you do type in Animation 101 Adobe Live, you will find it, assuredly. Now, I need this to be closed to start with. We're also going to hide the yellow, but I will do that in a second. We want to add a puppet tool. So if we go up to the top, we've got this puppet position tool because I chose for some reason not to separate the pink parts, which we should do. I'm going to do what maybe some people might end up doing, maybe if they're short on time. These are pins to allow me to move
Oh,
the
cool.
image. So because it's going to happen relatively fast, people shouldn't really notice what's going on. So don't worry too much. But this is what we want to do. But before, just like what we did earlier, before you go and change the shape, you need to make sure you keyframe it first. Otherwise, there's gonna be no way for you to go back to the point you want it to go to. So this should be the final point. I'm gonna move my indicator. I think that's what we call it. Move my indicator. Have these come over. Looks like a gyoza bun or something. Something delicious. Move those over. And then we've got it opening. That's cool,
Oh,
but it looks
fun.
really, really, really basic though. So we want it to also bounce, but that's way later. But I just needed
Okay.
it to be closed to start with. So there we go. So it's closed at least. It comes in. We can still see the yellow part, which we don't need to see. So either we can hide it or just remove it altogether. That's okay for it to appear like that. Oh, it looks like something completely different. Looks like a lobster claw. Hmm. So we've got this. Oh yeah, I've got comments on. That's something. There we go. Lovely. We've got this bumping in, but we need it to start at the floor. So we've already got our position in tow. We're going to take it to the floor once we find the stem again. We're going to save again because you always should save. Always be saving. If I just run from here, it's going to slide its way up, which is not what we want. We want it to go boop, hold for a second or two, and then
Cute.
down. Oh, well, does it take the stem with it? Is the question.
Mm.
Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make it wait because I need it to do an okay, anticipation. Something else that we went over is anticipation. Anticipation is Emily, before you jump, you do something with your knees first. What do you do?
You bend your knees.
That is right. Any direction that we go in, anticipation is always the opposite direction.
Ah.
Everything in life does that, actually.
Actually,
Quite
yeah.
interesting.
The
Hmm.
bigger life lesson.
Yeah. Animation and life facts. So I want it to go up. So I'm probably going to have it go up a little bit first, down, and then up. Ultimately, down and then up, but probably a little bit of an up and then down. And then we'll see if it works. When things squash, they also get wider. Doesn't need to be too wide. When things stretch, they also get skinnier. So we can add a little bit of those. And it's finding the right place for it to come out in the middle of everything else. There could be a nice bit. Got it down here, do we? Yes, perfect. Okay. So we've got this. Then it's going to shoot upwards. I also want to add a smooth on it. You can press F9, or if you're still getting used to it, right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. Bend the knee. Take kind, Ryan. And then we need it to go up. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the sparkles. That looks hilarious. That can't go up like that. So it's just kind of like,
When you're
not a
like,
straw.
not the answer.
Not the answer, not a straw. So we're gonna have it go up, but we're gonna do the same overshooting thing again. Easy way to make things look cute or interesting. Just do over, under. Everybody likes the way it looks. It's just finding the timing for it. Up, down, probably bend a bit more, and then up, and then release. Yeah. So we're gonna need it to go, could be a little bit wider as it goes through this, but then we need it to go up and then go back to normal. Let's take a look. A little bit fast.
It's so fun.
If you find that, ooh, yes, okay. If you find that when you're working that you've got the right timing, but it's too fast or too slow, what you can do, let me save, is select everything, then hold Alt. And this way it's going to drag it out with the correct framing that you had already. So this way you don't need to worry about, oh, is it at the right time? You know it's the right time because you did it right the first time, but it's too slow or too fast. This would make it slower. The other way makes it faster. I'm
Hmm.
just going to open it again because I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try to find that perfect sweet spot. There we go. So I've got that. I like it. From here, I want it to open. And that's where our puppet tool comes back in. So we've got this. Apparently we're not using this one, so I'll leave that alone. But we'll come over here. Let me move my notes out of my way and move this over. So up, down. I want it to bounce before it opens. And then maybe, do the sparkles appear before it opens, or is it once the thing has bloomed?
I think it's after the bloom. The bloom
After the
releases
bloom.
the sparkles.
Okay. Bloom releases the sparkles. I gotcha.
I'm a botanist. I know how
Oh, are
flowers work.
you
No, I'm
really?
kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
no.
look, you could have been. Now
I
that I
mean,
know, like,
I do love a plant.
farming. Oh, do you have a favorite plant?
Ooh, a favorite plant? I don't know. What about you? I feel like that's difficult.
I know, right? I I don't, does it count? A Venus flytrap? Does that
Oh,
count? I
absolutely.
Okay. It's not the prettiest, but
Honestly, the most interesting, I feel like.
thank you. I agree with this.
I just saw a video the other day where they fed a Venus flytrap something spicy and it got really upset about it. And I just thought that was so
Oh
funny. I was like, I would never think about, if spice affects a plant, but it
no! I
does.
mean, when the insects go in, they're normally quite bland. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I said, ooh.
I'm low key in. Is it like, when they've like attached those nodes to the mushrooms to hear them sing?
Yes.
Is
Insane.
it like that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Is that
sadly for the Venus flytrap, it did not end well. I think it like actually burned the plant. It was a little sad. I
no?
know. I didn't want to tell you the ending, but I feel like you should know.
No, it's okay. Now I know. Not that I would do that anyway, but
No, yeah,
they don't have taste buds. They don't need spice.
that's
Good
very
to know.
true. But the mushrooms and other plants singing is so crazy to me, like when you think about it or when
Right?
you hear it. Yeah. Oliver in chat is saying that Venus flytraps have flowers. I didn't know that. Is the
I don't
flytrap
think I'm.
itself the flower?
Good question. That reminds me of when I learned that strawberries aren't actually a berry because of the fact they've got seeds on the outside. There's so many. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
sorry. I was just saying it gets overwhelming when you're like, it's not a seed, it's a fruit or whatever. The
Yeah.
arguments. Yeah, no. I was feeling
You
your
know, funny
pain.
one. So we've got that coming out, but it's a little bit fast. Let's drag this. Ooh, okay. But I'd still, oh, okay.
I love it.
Sometimes, yeah, when you keep going till you find the right thing. I do want these to come out more like blah. Did the
I'm
plant request milk?
I know I'm having to look up Venus flytrap flowers. I need to see. Oh, they do. It's very pretty. Huh, it kind of looks like a citrus flower would look.
Ooh.
Well, now you know. We're learning animation, we're learning botany all together
Yay.
now.
Unexpected. So now I'm doing exactly what we did with making it bounce. Saving again. Always saving. Exactly what we did with making it bounce. I've done that to the yellow part of the flower, including petals. That's what the word is. Couldn't find the word, could find the motion. Going for the petals. So now we've got the petals bouncing in. That's cute. Just trying to find the right timing. Normally, ooh, okay. Normally it's trying to make sure that the timing happens, but it doesn't have any leaves. I am aware of the time though. So what we can do from here, we could just have them fly in. Technically, you should have them come out from behind it. That's what I was thinking. Where's the stem come in? We haven't done anything with the stem. Let me quickly grab the stem. The stem's going to be really easy. We're just going to scale it. Go for scale. We're going to unlock it. When the lock symbol is on, make sure the anchor's down. When the lock symbol's on, it means that it's going to do the vertical and the horizontal, but I only need it to go up. So let's make it go to 0. So it's invisible. And then we just match the time of the movement. The movement is this one. And it tends to go up just a tiny bit. Let's make it go up enough so that you can't see the gap. Nice. It looks like it came together. Next part for the leaf. If we want the leaf to appear from the back, we don't need this. We can totally hide these now because they're in my way. There's a little what no face there. If you have that on, including this one right here, it hides things that are in the way, like this is. So we've already done these. I might leave the bulb just to help me with the timing. Oh no, I don't need that. We can hide the bulb or on the leaf. We've got the sparkle. See, we've got
It's all
enough time
coming
to do it.
together. You got this.
Thank
Final
you.
minute here.
The final countdown. Okay, so we got this. It's here. We'll make it come in, and everyone can still see it. It's okay. We make it come in when the flower comes up, probably about here. Have it bounce. Can't be basic. Nice.
Fun.
We'll take that. And to hide it, while it's selected, we'll go up to the marquee tool. Or we could use the, what do you call it? The pen tool. Select it to be inverted. And then we're just going to animate its appearance. So here it's supposed to be seen. So we'll just make sure that it is seen. Oops, it doesn't want to do it that way. Maybe we do it the other way. She says she thinks all the time. Okay. Can we grab these? Yes, we can. Cool. Same thing again. Mask path. Did we save it? Yes, we did. Okay. We got this. Inverted would work. Oh my gosh, inverted would actually be easier. But if we just move it all the way out of the way, and then when it's supposed to be seen, have it show up. You might need to play around. Let's turn this back on. You might need to play around with how the mask moves, because if it's going around that way, it's not going to appear in the direction that you thought it would. So it could cause you some issues. There's another way to do this as well. I'm thinking of. I'm not sure I can think of it right now.
We
Hmm.
are getting a
Oh,
little tight on time, so we
we
may
are.
have to forgo our leaves at this point, but definitely leaving it up to you.
Okay. So, quick tip or a way for you to do that one and the sparkle. I'll just do a little sparkle for you. Quick way for you to do what I was going to do without having to do any of that stuff. All you have to do, make it disappear, make it come. All you have to do is make a solid, put it in the area that you want it to block, and then turn the masking on. Ooh,
I
that's
love
fast.
it.
There we go. We've made our thing. Phew.
Let's see the
Okay.
final playback. That's perfect. I love it. Amazing. All right, you guys. Well, that will be the end of our stream today. But Pixipui, thank you so much for joining, walking us through this, and bringing us back for your other animation tutorials. So definitely go check those out. There's a link in the chat. And then stick around. Up next is Jess Goldsmith with Making Decisions for her first episode of the year. So make sure to stick around, show her some love, and tune in. But as always, we really appreciate you guys being part of the community. So take care, everyone.
Bye.